everybody, this is Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. I am going to be doing another book favorite from September to update my reading journal. So I have the book Reverse by Kate Stewart, and it's actually book 2. The first one is Drive. And I reached way back in my stash to get a story kit by Ali Edwards called Listen, and it's from 2019. I also got a digital stamp brush from Kelly Stamps, who is no longer in business. So I used my stash for this project, and I have no idea what my design is going to be, but I do have these really great graphics that a fellow book friend, Christy Baldwin, I will link her Instagram. She made them for her review of the book, and I went ahead and printed them and used them. And I also have that paper, that music paper, that is from the Ali Edwards kit. So this is a really fantastic love story. Of course, you have to start with Drive. Otherwise, Reverse is not going to make as much sense, but Drive was just as good. I put that in my Traveler's Notebook reading journal from a couple years ago. If I did a video on it, I will leave it up in the eye. But I absolutely loved that. And it's a steamy romance. If that bugs you, then yeah, probably stay away from it. But it doesn't bother me, and I enjoy all types of romance books. Give me all of it. Well, maybe there's a few that I probably wouldn't read. Anyways, I love this book. It is just a fantastic romance book with all the wide range of emotions, and yeah, it was really good. And it's a long book too, but it doesn't feel long because you're just so wrapped up in the story of Natalie and Easton. So I have made 3 distinct kind of sections, and I also have the music notes, and then I printed out 2 pieces from the Ali Edwards kit. One is a half circle that says, listen to this, and then sometimes it's just hard, because there was a point in the book where their love story became hard, and it was kind of that pivotal moment, right? But I am going to mess up that green circle, and I'm going to be so mad at myself, but it's coming, and I'm just gonna mess it up. Watch. So I'm stamping this green circle, and then I get my piece of paper and I stamp it, and I wind up stamping on that green circle, and I try to wipe it, and it's not gonna wipe. I thought about just leaving it, but in the end, you guys, I was like, hey, well, maybe I can wipe it with my chamois. I thought I could wipe it with my stamp chamois and hopefully that would save it. No, that didn't save it. It just made it worse. So I'm going to wind up ripping it up. So after stamping some gray circles, I stamped some green slash marks, I guess you could call them. And then I'm adding some of the clear sticker music notes. I printed some in big and also small. There's a new 3x4 music stamp set from Everyday Explorers, and I stamped the record coming out of the sleeve and also First Listen. I have another stamp set that had some phrases that worked as well. Enjoyed this and all-time favorite, plus a little music note that I'm going to use in a little bit. I just like the idea of circles with music. I really enjoyed that. So I'm just going to go ahead and use that, fussy cut these out, and then go ahead and adhere them down. And like I said, I'm going to be a goof and try to clean up that smudge. I guess I could have reprinted the clear sticker, but I just didn't, because I'm one of those people that saves all my scraps for good or for bad, right? Leave a comment. Let me know. Do you save all your scraps? I save mine. I'm currently trying to figure out a better organization system for my scraps, but this particular sticker paper I used to print all these stickers on, it was like a very tiny scrap. So I had measured it precisely, and I just didn't want to get a whole new sheet for one little sticker. So I just tried to clean it. It's not working. I'm going to go ahead and rip it up, figure out what I can do to cover it up. And I decided to place the record in the sleeve right on top of that, and that'll work. And then I have a phrase from the Ali Edwards kit that says, most loved. I add in that the 2 circle phrases. I add one of those to each of the little square quote graphics that Christy made. And then I add First Listen right below the top one. And I'm going to go ahead and start my thoughts in just a second. And tell you all about this wonderful, amazing book. But like I said, you got to read Drive first. I wanted to add in a little bit more green. There's a really beautiful green color on the reverse, and I thought the closest color I have is kind of this foresty green that is an Ali Edwards ink. So I went ahead and stamped that in several different places. Okay, so my thoughts. Natalie is a journalist, and she stumbles on some old emails between her husband and Stella. Stella is not her dad's wife, and it's his first love. And she's thrown into a whirlwind, a tailspin because of these emails. She wants to get to the bottom of them. So she, under false pretenses goes and talks to Easton, Stella's son. And because it's under false pretenses, it gets off to an interesting start, but you can definitely tell that there is chemistry there, like fireworks, like life-changing chemistry. And from there, it just evolves into an epic love story. There is a whole wide range of emotions. I know I mentioned that earlier, but there is angst and grief and lots of poetic words. Oh my goodness, Easton was such a romantic guy. It's just a beautiful love story with all the highs and all the lows. And really, at the end of the day, the whole point of the story is that love is worth it, and that love is worth the fight. At the end of the day, that is what it's worth. And so Natalie and Easton face a lot of challenges as far as their love story and other people, and figuring out how they are going to live their love story, and what they're going to do in order to make that work. And the quotes are so good. There's so many to choose from. So the first one I picked was, "More than anything, I want to cling to his star as it burns the brightest, if only to be with him a little longer. If what Easton said is true, and we live in echoes of defining moments, I want to remain in this one for as long as I possibly can." Oh, that's so good. Their love was just really powerful and beautiful love story. The next one is, "There's nothing to compare this feeling to, and that's why it's the meaning of life. Love is purpose, belonging, and the very definition of living." And like I mentioned, that is the whole kind of central theme of this entire book is, about how love is worth fighting for day in and day out. And I think that is kind of a really big theme for a lot of romances, is just proving that love is really worth it at the end of the day. Okay, so the last quote is, "She's under my skin, fueling my days, lightning in my veins, I'm already gone." So that is Easton, and I just love that quote. He's just the best, such a great character. My final step is going to be picking a color to highlight some words, because again, that green color in the book cover was kind of tricky. But I found one that I liked. So I highlighted story of Natalie and Easton, emails, whirlwind, false pretenses, chemistry that will change everything, epic love story, angst, grief, romance, incredible Easton, and reminder, love is worth it. So all the great key points when it comes to my review. And then over on the quotes, I just did a few different phrases like cling to his star, live in the echoes of defining moments, and very definition of living. And then I decided to add some dots of this particular green color. I don't know what I was doing, you guys, but I tried it and I didn't like it, so I went ahead and stamped over it with some black circles and X's, and that will wrap up this page. And I really hope you guys have enjoyed seeing another book favorite. I would love a thumbs up. I'd love to know what you're reading right now, and subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. All right, thanks so much, and have a great day. Bye.